I do really want to know more about you.
Sounds like a pretty close-knit neighbourhood.
Hello, everyone.
Yoo-hoo. Maybe the ad should have said overly friendly neighbours.
Oh, it was great. It was fantastic. It sort of, I'll be honest, it took me 24 hours to make up my mind whether I would go back or not. And that's nothing derogatory towards the show. It was just, it was a personal thing as to whether I thought it was going to be career suicide, because people would think, oh, that's all I could do. And then I reminded myself that, I just finished 2 gigs before I came back, and I'd done lots of other stuff. And my wife said, why not? Don't be stupid, go back. It's a good gig, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was very interesting because, they're a family, they really are, and they've been doing this forever, and I had a lot to learn. But they were really, really welcoming, so it was great. Well, I don't know if I really looked at it like that. I think because earlier in the year I've done a movie that had just come out, and it just seemed like the right opportunity at the right time. And obviously I've already filmed it now, so and I'm going on to do a film next. So it just depends. This was I think this role was well written for me, and I think that the role of Reese Sinclair, it was written with me in mind a little bit and adjusted to me as well, which I thought was cool, that they were very open to making sure if there was any kind of really Australian-y things, and so Jason and the writers were very collaborative and cool about it, so that felt good about this. Oh, it was great. It's I think he's very new to it all, so it was definitely I think it was a bit overwhelming for him at times. And, so he would sometimes turn to me and be like, oh, it's what do I do? And I'm like, don't look at me. I'm
yeah, but you were a veteran, and that was his first gig, Paul.
Yeah. It was thrown at the deep end. There was also a lot of a lot of that romantic stuff, I think, was very overwhelming for him to play as well because of that. So it's, yeah.
Well, we can't really, because we'd be giving away stuff. But let's just say we don't see eye to eye. We don't get on too well.
Yep.
The heyday of Neighbours, I'll call it, back in the 80s, the late 80s and early 90s, was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal and hysterical. The fan base was literally hysterical. Beatlemania. I don't know if you're familiar with that term or not, but that's what we witnessed. As I say, the main thing that I remember about back in the day was working. I always remember being amazed that I got to work with, at the time, and then it became international, but at the time I got to work with some of the greatest names in Australian film and television. And there'd be so-and-so on set, and I'd be going, oh my God, I'm working with so-and-so. Because as I said, I was this young green actor. Even though I was a principal cast member, I was in awe of these people that I would work with, and a little bit scared sometimes. But and then, as I say, over the years, then they started becoming international stars that wanted to be on the show and all of that. And now it's sort of good. I'm sort of a little bit more settled now. I can handle it a bit more, yeah.